Welcome everybody to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. I am your host, the romantic funny man, Shawn Cornelius, and got another wonderful, I'm not even gonna say wonderful, got a great show for you tonight. I have another one of our cast members from Whatever It Takes the movie When Blood Runs Cold in the house tonight, and we're gonna get with him shortly and find out what he's been up to since the film, find out about some things before the film and after what's going on in the future. So before we get to that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. We've been having some fun times with the shows. I want to say hello to Sandra and Lisa out there who are popping in. What's up, producer Tyreek Smoke Kim out there? Denise, production manager, is inside the green room. We're working the controls to make sure this show is another hot show. So make sure you continue to support and tune in and catch us on Monday nights on BronxNet at 10:30. So that's what's going on. So like I said tonight, folks, great guest tonight. Man is multi-talented, and if you haven't seen the movie yet, you're definitely going to want to see it as we talk to him about his role, his pivotal role in the film, and some things without giving it all away. Talk about. I saw little birdie told me he raps a little bit as well. You know, maybe we can get him to hum a few bars on some level. But and he also models. And he's definitely keeping the chocolate in the eyes of the world. As I said, thank you, because I'm a chocolate guy too. So I appreciate him doing what he's doing, because I ain't gonna get up there and pose on some of those things. But it's gonna be a fun conversation. So I'm not gonna delay it. You know, I always get it in and get my guest on 2 minutes after I start the show. So please welcome this man to the show, actor, model, rapper, good guy, Kevin A. Coleman.
Good evening. How are you this evening?
I know you're smiling because he was like, "Who is he talking about?"
Yeah, right. I'm like, wow. Like, what a way to bring me in. I appreciate you, brother.
No doubt. I just speak the truth, my man. I just speak the truth. How have you been, man?
I've been blessed, man. You know, the state of the world is what it is, and we all have to make the adjustments, and I'm just trying to move accordingly.
Right. That's basically all we can do. That's all we can do now, man. But before this pandemic, before this year, you know, I'm sure there's some good things that you can pull out of the silver linings, they say. But before this, man, you had a very full life, a full thing going on. Let's let the people know, man. Let them know who Kevin Coleman, who you are, where you come from, you know, state of mind, what's happening, where you originally from.
Well, me, I'm from a town called Laurelton. It's in Queens, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Still reside there to this day. You know, um, I've been acting for about 15 years now. I've always dabbled and dabbled in some form of entertainment, whether it be music, modeling. But I would say over the last 5-6 years, I've really tried to hone in on my skills on a higher level, and I've been blessed to obtain a certain level of success with that.
Right. And we kind of met on the acting tip, but I know that you've done some other things. You do some other things outside of that. You dabbled in the music. Let's talk about your music dabbling.
All right, let's talk about it.
You're a singer, writer, rap. What do you do?
Well, yeah, you know, many years ago, I went by the name King Cash. I still use that moniker from time to time. I was fortunate to sign a record deal with a label called Loyalty Productions Entertainment. Wow, you're taking me back. This had to be about 2009, 2010.
Okay.
Shout out to my man Eric Brown and my man Charles Farr that were holding it down for me down there. This was a Dallas, Texas-based company. And I just put my music out there on the internet, and these brothers found me, and they shared the vision with me. And on a certain level, we did some powerful things.
Right. I was getting ready to ask you. So when you say record deal, so people don't misunderstand, what level were you able to succeed? Because just getting a deal is success. What level were you able to get out there?
Well, it was an independent label. Founded by these two cousins,
okay.
And you know, and we just kind of like just built everything from the ground up. They had a roster of artists that they would building with and developing. And you know, these brothers just showed me love. You know, I came down to Texas and they treated me like family. You know, every show I did, we did a whole roster of shows. I believe it was NBA All-Star Weekend 2010. I was in Dallas, Texas. And
Okay.
you know that it was just a glorious time in my life and my music career. And you know, on certain levels, I you know, success is perception. You know, it wasn't a major record label by any means, but like I said, we made some noise. And shout out to my man OG2G. He was a young brother that was signed to the label, and they were grooming him from back then. And he's like the hottest thing cooking in Dallas, Texas right now on the independent rap scene.
Okay, cool. Right, right. You know, success is what you say it is.
Right.
You know, we know society has its level of success or its definition, but it's an individual thing. You know, some people are successful again by just achieving, getting to the stage where you're able to be signed by someone. Someone's success is just putting out a song. Someone's success is just writing a song. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
so that's a wonderful thing. Are you still doing the music today?
Well, I must say that I kind of retired my pen, but you know, the mind still works. I hear a lot of these young brothers out here today that, you know, I sit down and I get that little itch like, man, you know, I could come up with something remixy or something like that. But you know, I sit back and I just enjoy the game for what it is. You know, it has its ups and downs like any other genre. So, you know, I don't see me like coming out of retirement or anything like that. But
Right.
you know, if you need a quick 16, you know, Mantis is back. You
Yeah.
know.
Oh, so Mantis was the name. Yeah, I was going to touch. We'll roll into that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. So you said let's tap into the acting thing. When did that become a part of your life? You know, what day? If you remember, what day did you say, "Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I want to
Oh
do it."
man, I must tell you, I took an unorthodox route into acting. It wasn't something that I immediately was drawn to. I must say, like the music, but
Mhm.
it was something that once I like found found the eye in the ear for, is something that I definitely wanted to pursue. And I would say that bug probably hit me. I'll say probably around 2006, 2007, which is
Okay.
when I met a gentleman named Omar Moore
Okay.
who was who had a production company called More Than Music Productions,
Hmm.
and he was doing at the time a gospel play, and he casted me as one of the leads in the play.
Okay.
And I must say that dealing with that cast and the patience that he had with me, it spoke volumes, you know, because I soaked everything in like a sponge. But you know, I was at best maybe a novice, but
Hmm.
you know, I honed in on my skills, and he really brought me a long way. And the encouragement, and by the time everything was said and done, I was nominated for something called a Tiffany Award. And if you're not familiar with that, on the gospel level, I believe that's like almost like a Grammy.
Okay.
No. So yeah, so it was definitely an accomplishment and something that after that I just continue to just look forward to.
Right. So that the thing that pushed and drives. Like you got that first one, and that was it. And
Oh
you
yeah, that's it.
just
You know, it's like man, it's like your first love, man. You know.
yeah, we can, yeah, okay. Well, the first love is always memorable. I got you. That's cool. All right, so cool. So you jumped in. You got your music thing rolling. You got your acting thing going on. And so where did the model again? I said it in the beginning. I appreciate brothers still keeping the chocolate, out there. You know, when did the modeling thing kick in? When
Um,
did you know you had that sexy? You know what I mean? Like
well,
who told you that?
listen. I don't know. I don't know when all of that occurred, but what I can say is that I can honestly say on some form of level, I always wanted to model. That's just something I always like found myself wanting to do.
Okay,
Um,
all right. That's a, yeah, I
right,
understand.
like you know, so I'm kind of when it came to that, I was more or less like an opportunist. You
Hmm.
know, if I had a friend that was like, "Yo, you know, I'm going to the shoot. I'm going. You know, I might tag along, or you know, I might go to this a casting call and, you know, see how people walk and, you know, just take in little things. And that's just something that I always just wanted to do.
Okay. All right. No, that's cool. Because again, with something, sometimes it's outside people. Sometimes it's your own internal that says, "Oh man, I want to do this. I want to do that." So people ask me, "Well, who told you were funny?" Nobody really told me I was funny. You know what I mean? I was into the entertainment, the theater,
Right,
the acting. It was another avenue I wanted to
right,
expand on. So it was
exactly.
that kind of stuff. All right. So we got
Sometimes it's like when you explore things, when you get your feet wet, you find out, hey, you know, I like this feeling. Let me go in a little bit deeper.
right. Exactly. So you did that. So you continue to do that, and you're doing the modeling thing today. You're still doing your acting thing today. The music, you said you kind of put it off to the side for a little bit, but your career, I guess, your career or your job is not in the entertainment field at all. Your job is actually helping people on another level. Tell them about that.
Oh yes, definitely. Well, I I was blessed to have the opportunity to go to radiology school many years ago in Bellevue Hospital, located in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, New York. Great experience for me. And as of today, I run an outpatient clinic for a prestigious hospital in Long Island. I've been doing that. I've been running that department for roughly 7 years now. And
Okay.
I must say, you know, this COVID-19 pandemic has really shaken up things like on so many different levels, you know. And just speaking on that, like it just the my level of appreciation for life and just health and simple things has really expanded.
Yeah, I mean, this thing coming out the blue for us, it should have shaken everybody up on a lot of levels. You know what I mean?
Oh,
But
absolutely.
you're out there. You're essential, as what they say essential is, and you see things daily. How does that affect? I know from a sitting out here watching it on television. Matter of fact, I took a test today. The rapid came back negative. You know what I mean?
Thank
So
God.
I see the daily stuff, man. But you're in it. How does that affect you mentally um, on a daily basis, man? But first, thank you for what you do.
Oh,
Thank you for what you do.
absolutely. You're welcome. You're welcome. Man, I must admit, I must say when we first got into, I want to say more or less lockdown mode, which I believe was probably roughly about the second and third week of March,
Hmm.
things were really touch and go. We weren't really knowledgeable about the
Right.
transmission of
Oh, right.
disease, and you know, we didn't really have too much to go on. So there was a lot of, there was a lot of ignorance out there, a lot of panic out there, and just a lot of death. And seeing firsthand the the sociological effect that it had, because demographically and ethnically, I want to say that Black people, African American people, were probably hardest hit in the very, very beginning stages of at least the end New York City
Hmm.
codes of lockdown. So, just trying to stay aware, trying to keep yourself safe, and just little things. You have to really compartmentalize and keep yourself very sanitized.
Yeah.
Going from a condition where people are sick and having to be rid of those clothes and those garments and that PPE and come home to your family and your loved ones and make sure that you keep everything completely separated.
Right, right. Yeah, that was a difference because see,
Tedious.
when it started getting really tight on, okay, you've done this before the pandemic. You come in your house, you walk in with your sneakers or your shoes on, the same clothes on. You sit on the couch, you do whatever. You don't even wasn't even thinking. You might
Not even thinking, right?
you might sanitize and wash your hands and do whatever. Now it's like, yo, I gotta leave my clothes outside. I gotta walk in my door and just get naked, and I gotta do this and do that. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Don't sneeze in public, God forbid, anything, Yeah.
Crazy in the beginning. Now here we come again with another wave. I think what you said, because there was a panic in the beginning because we didn't know a lot of things. Now, one of the sad things to say that I have to say is, see, even with the second wave, people are still. We know more about it, and some people are still like, "Yo, how do you Do you ever say anything to anybody? Do you ever talk with folks that you might say it could be family members or whoever that are not adhering to what's going on, even though still today we're still seeing the devastation of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. What I must say that my family and friends, for the most part, because of the social distancing, everything is mostly done via either, Skype or just phone calls and conversations. But I let it be known in my department, especially, like, mask on. There's really no exceptions to that. We have a break room. We have a place where you sanitize completely, a sterile field, and it's like it's protocol. And one thing that I definitely believe in is discipline. So I try to live my life by example. So
Yeah.
hopefully people, will follow suit and keep
Mm.
it keep
Well,
it safe.
all we can do is continue to put that message out there, and people are going to live like they're going to live. And again, it's your life. Do what you want to do with it. But you can't even ask people to take care, look out for me. But I try to. Look out for me. I'll look out for you. Am I
Right,
am I
right.
my brother's
That's
keeper?
a great deal. That's a great deal. Let's look out for each other.
Yeah, supposed to do that. Now, man. Speaking about looking out, let's shift. Let's shift again. We talked about your music. We talked about your stage, some of your stage stuff. We talked about some of your film stuff. We talked about your career stuff. You and I met in Omar Moore project called Back in the Days,
Yes.
where you played the character Slim,
Yes, I did.
calm, cool, collected, and on that level. Then fast forward to 2019, you were asked to be in this little small project that these two guys were doing called Whatever It Takes, the movie When Blood Runs Cold. Tell them about that, your character, and a little bit about that, and then I got some questions for you.
Man, listen, I'll give you the whole rundown. Like, I'm 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 kind of like Rain Man when it comes to like very significant things when it comes to my life. So I won't forget. It was January 5th, 2019. You and I had a conversation that evening about me playing a character, without giving too much away, playing a major character in a production that you were bringing forward with a co-producer.
Right.
And I remember as you were speaking to me, the rush of like adrenaline that I was feeling, because I think I had shared this with you before, but it was a point in my life where I had a lot of things going on. I was transitioning
Mm-hmm.
physically because I was really, really on my purpose and in the gym
Mm-hmm.
like twice, 3 times a day. Like I was really training for something. But
Mm-hmm.
that was my therapy because I had outgrown a lot of things in my former life.
Right.
And what made that phenomenal was not only did that give me like another gear to stay focused on what I was doing, because I was plateauing a little bit too. I was looking for more. But the thing that was so significant was we had that meeting in the studio in Times Square when we met the entire cast. And I remember walking in that room and thinking to myself, I need to be here, because that was a point in my life where I really and sincerely needed to be a part of something positive.
Right.
And that's why when it came to that project, whatever it was that I can do, whether I was shooting a scene or not, can I go get some coffee? Can I go do this? Can I see the editing? Because I felt the synergy and the energy that was around that project.
Right.
And I needed that. That was detrimental and vital to my life at that time. So I want to thank you as well as Omar Moore for that opportunity.
You're welcome. I mean,
I won't forget that.
it was because of you, who you were on that level of going into that was done. That just took me back to listening to you. You ever see the Temptations movie?
Oh yeah.
You ever see the part when David Ruffin there sits standing outside the bus? They made a stop, and David Ruffin looked like he was kind of like sad, and Otis walked up to him and said, "Hey man, what's wrong?" And he thanked David because he's like, I've never been involved with something this big and so significant in my life. Now you said that about you, but I want to be honest with you because that was obviously now my first attempt at a feature film. You understand what I'm saying?
Brilliant.
So everyone, and Omar's first attempt as well. So it was very significant in quite a few people's lives. And that's one of the things that I'm so humbly appreciative that I was able to think it's all right, this platform, because not only was it made a big impact on my life, but other people have said that. So you took it, you ran with it, you handled it well, and I'm glad God did that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's God did that.
Absolutely.
So we put you in there from the Slim character, from the play, into the character of Calvin. Calvin was the antagonist to my character, Paul. And obviously Fish was connected, but it was you're the antagonist. How did you get yourself together? Because I know we went through the whole process, because I'm asking you rhetorical questions, of
Oh
course.
yeah. This man,
But
this is taking me back, man.
there's so many fun things I'm gonna bring up before the break. How did you get yourself prepared to play that character, to play a villain?
Oh man, just being a great listener to you guys, listening to the directors, trying to nail everything, trying to do everything precisely the way you wanted it done. When you sat down with me and we verbally kicked it about the character, I had a clear vision as to what he would look like, sound like, smell like, be like, and you just do your best to embody that and personify it. So my stretch, whatever role it is that I may be, I am that person.
Right.
So it went from what I got from what I was supposed to portray. I was supposed to portray a sophisticated gangster.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a man that was very articulate and intelligent and calculated, but at the same time, very ruthless.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean that's definitely a stretch from my normal everyday person. But I want to be one of those actors that always challenges and tests my range, because I don't believe in barricades.
Right.
If I'm gonna be the villain, I want to be the best villain possible. If I'm gonna be the clergyman or the choir boy, I'm gonna be the squeakiest clean collar choir boy you ever want to see.
Right. One of the things that I'll always remember as well, when we sat down and we got like almost halfway through, and we discussed your hatred for my character, for Paul.
Yeah.
And you told me one day, I hate Paul. For those that don't know, that haven't seen the film, Paul Baker is my character. He plays a detective along with Detective Fishburne, Omar's character, and we have to run around and chase and clean up the city. And Kev, who's Calvin, is one of those cats. And Kev told me one day, he was like, you know what? I can relate to Fish. I'm all right with Fish, but I hate Paul. I said, why you hate Paul, bro? Tell him why you said you hate Paul, Kev.
He ain't got no dirt on him, man. He's too clean. He was too clean. He was godly, and I didn't like that. Fish, I can understand him. He's a man. He has his shortcomings. I'm not going to give away the movie, but Fish had a lot of things going on that Calvin was able to leech onto and take advantage of. Whereas Paul was just this slippery, I'm the Dudley Do-Right of all and do no wrong. I mean, even down to his relationships with the women, he kept everything in order. And I just didn't like that.
Which helped motivate Kev. And we had a fight scene. We had some other scenes where those two characters banged heads. But see, one of the things that's cool, without us giving away the movie, there was a reason why Paul didn't show some of these things. And when you see the movie, you'll understand why, which made Calvin's character even more upset, trying to break Paul and not see what was going on. But, you guys got to catch the film. Kev did a great job with Calvin, and he pushed Omar and I as we pushed him. And, coming from just the Slim role, being the cool kind of good guy himself, to this dirty cat, you did the transformation well, and it shows in the film. It shows in the film. So we always appreciate your efforts on that level. And let's jump to what you're doing now because we'll take a break in a few minutes. But during the pandemic, obviously it held everybody up from doing things on a certain level. But you actually are doing something now. What are you doing now?
Oh, well, right now I'm currently shooting another film, also with Omar Moore as the producer. It's called Web of Lies, and I'm playing a detective in this one. I'm playing a detective, Detective Taylor. I have a partner, and we're running around banging heads, man.
Now you have the Paul and Detective Fish.
Right. It's funny how things change, right?
And that's a project that's coming through, and I'm actually I played the captain in it, and it's just we've flipped and done all kind of crazy things, but that should be a good project that will be good after this pandemic, and Omar can get it completed and get it done. What else do you have on the horizon, man? What else would you like to be doing after this pandemic thing is done?
Man, what I would like to do is make sure that my light starts working. Oh, there we go. We got the light back.
Okay. I was going to interject that, but you took it. Perfect timing.
I thought COVID cut the light off. I'm like, what's going on? Well, definitely looking forward to New York City Fashion Week 2021.
Okay.
Definitely looking forward to that. And also stay tuned. I'm looking on expanding. For those who know, I have a management company, the Coleman chapter, and I'm looking on expanding that, taking on new projects and new artists. And without giving too much away, I actually have a very, very, very important meeting tomorrow with a producer who has a few films and he's interested in doing a few biopics and things like that. But that's all I can really say about that. But we definitely have some things on the horizon. And yeah, man, we're going to keep this thing rocking. I pray that everybody stays safe and well. This pandemic, hopefully everything will start subsiding. We get back to life as we know it. And we just keep going from there.
Right. Oh, that's cool, man. I just popped up your information. I'll pop it up again really quickly so this people can check you out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's Kevin_A_Coleman, correct?
That's it right there, man. That's me in the flesh.
You can definitely catch you and see what's going on. So, Kev, really quickly, we got 2 minutes before I take a break and we shift into our second half. What was something that you like was really hard for you during the film?
Oh man, what was really hard for me during the film? Wow, let me see. It was a great time, honestly. It really was. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. What was kind of hard was like trying to just, stay on the level with all the talent that I was surrounded by, like you bumping shoulders with people that are really, really talented in this craft. And, you just try your best not to be the weakest link or be the one that holds up any, you don't want to be the guy that slows up the process. So that's why I always tried to be on time and on my lines and on my blocking and, everything. Let's just do this as quick as possible. Let's capture the moment in its essence.
Mm-hmm. All right, you got less than 30 seconds. Do you have a favorite scene? A favorite scene from the film?
A favorite scene from the film? That's a great question. I actually thought about that earlier today. You know what my favorite scene is? Surprisingly, it's a scene that I'm not even in. It's a scene without giving away the movie. There's a pedophile that's being pressed by the two detectives in a scene. And when the pedophile is being pressed, if you don't listen to what the pedophile, the vital information the pedophile is giving, you are going to miss a major key to the movie.
Right.
That's my favorite scene.
Gina DePepe she's chiming in with her 2 cents. Said the pool scene don't lie. I think she got you, Kev. I believe she told the truth there.
Listen, to my defense, the pool scene, that wasn't for me to say. Okay, that wasn't for me to say.
All I want to say is this. We won an award for the film in the People's Film Festival, and the creator of the film festival thought it was hilarious. When you came out the pool and did your little shimmy, she remembered that in the trailer. So that's something that stuck with her. So it might have helped us win a little bit when you did that on your own. That's an actor being creative. and I'm not giving it away because it's in the trailer. You guys check out the trailer on my YouTube page. Just go punch in whatever it takes, the movie When Blood Runs Cold trailer, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And that's why Gina probably said the pool scene, because the pool scene was, it was all good.
That was a day, man. That was a day.
That was a day. I was, man, listen, even as not feeling as good as I was feeling, we got through that thing. That scene was crazy. So, yes. So listen, here we go. We're at our break time, man. If please, would you stick around for us? For the second
absolutely. I'll go over. I'll be right here.
We got more. We're gonna put Kevin A. Coleman on the love seat in the second half of the show. So you guys don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I got behind me, right?
Oh, Marilyn, yeah, that's what she's singing. Happy birthday to the president. Okay, so Ghost of Marilyn Monroe should help you out with this. We'll be right back with more After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. Stay right there.
This is Terrence Weatherspoon reporting live for the No News Network. Since this lockdown has started, I decided to start exercising and eating better. This is Terrence Weatherspoon reporting live for the No News Network. I'm finished. That's it. I'm done.
Spell love for me, baby.
L-U-V.
That is not how you spell love.
That's how I spell it. Just because you spell it differently, don't mean it means anything different. Next time that we talk to them, can make sure that we're together.
Pastor, I just want to say the devil is a liar.
Take care of my own hot spot.
I don't ever want to see your black ass again.
Fellas, I don't really have time for this Soul Train routine today.
Excuse me, detective. Can I get a moment of your time, please?
I just want to ask you a couple of questions, that's all. So,
And my name is Wilhelmina.
You know, for a little person, you talk big shit.
Sorry for any inconvenience this might have caused.
I love you, Daddy.
sit the fuck down.
What the
You guys can move down just here.
to the
Just
side.
don't grab the tape. Thank you. Thank you.
Who the hell are you?
I'm not dressed for it.
Do whatever it takes to get the job done.
right, y'all. Welcome back to the second half of the show. I'm your host, Shawn Cornelius. This is After Dark with Shawn Cornelius, and we're sitting here with the multi-talented, multifaceted pool guy, Kevin A. Coleman. And Kev, great first half, man. Thank you so much for those answers and those that
Oh man, thanks
conversation.
for having me.
Well, we're gonna get into it now and turn up the heat a little bit on you, brother. So I hope you're ready.
I hope so too, man.
We'll put you on the romantic funny man's love seat. Sometimes it gets a little hot for people. Sometimes people just breeze right through it. So we'll see what's going down with you. All right.
All right, I'm
All
here.
right, here we go. Let's kick it. First question. What is Kevin's definition of love and why is it important to him?
My definition of love, it's the highest level of respect and devotion between two people. It's undenying bond that we believe in each other and we put no limits on our love or on each other. And why it's important is I believe that that's what we need to survive. I believe love is the strongest emotion. I believe it's the most powerful force that we have between each other as human beings. So if you could find one person, it's like finding a rose in a rose bush. If you could select one beautiful rose for yourself out of thousands of roses, that's something special.
All right. So why is love important to you?
Well, it's important to me because that's what I need to function. I don't need much, I need my gym, I need my water, but I definitely need I need a companion. I need someone that believes and sees the vision and wants to achieve it with me. I don't want to live this life in solitude and solitaire. If my accomplishments are null and void if that's what I did with it,
Right. Right. All right. Cool. Let's step to the other big word, romance. What is your definition of romance and why is that important to you?
Oh man, romance, man. Romance. Romance is like butter, baby. Like you sweep a woman off her feet. That's all she wrote. Romance. It's storybook. It's what girls grow up watching these movies and wanting these weddings and wanting all of this. That's what they see. That's what they want. And if you could live your life like Valentine's Day, then romance is deep.
Okay. And why is it important to you?
Well, again, but that's okay. I see why you say this seat is hot. It's important to me, man, because I like being in shape. I like staying in shape. I like being discreet, but I also like being an exhibitionist with that person that I choose to be discreet with.
Okay, so romance to you is, and again, these are subjective because it's what you feel it is. So I'm understanding that you like that the expression of the physicality of it with that other person.
Oh yeah, I'm a show. Yeah, I'm a show and prove.
Okay, all right, that's cool.
But actions speak always louder than words.
Correct. All right. Since you said it that way, on a scale of 1 to 10, how romantic are you?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go for it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I need to turn up my romance level. So I would say right now I'll give myself a 7. But I would say for me to be functioning at a higher level, I have to turn it up to at least a 9.
Okay, so
I can't do the 10. I can't do the 10 because the 10 will spoil her and she'll expect the 10 all the time. You can't give the 10 out. You pull the 10 out the closet like once a season. So you might get 4 10s in a year.
Wow. Okay. But all right. So let me challenge that then. If that's that, obviously that would be your responsibility to be that 10. So is there anything wrong with having that 10 more than 4 times a year? Is it too much to give that 10 more than 4 times a year? Because if you're only giving it 4 times a year, you can give it more than that because that's what she likes. Isn't that kind of like being a little selfish, or you think you can live up to it?
Well, here's the thing. If I give her a 10 4 times a year only, and I function at a 6 or 7 throughout the year, that's not fair. But if I give it at 10 only 4 times a year, but I'm cruising through the whole year at a 9, yeah, you're only getting 4 10s. You ain't missing much.
All right, I feel you. I'm just inquiring minds want to know. It's all good. You can give it twice from what I was saying. All right, cool. All right, so tell me something. Tell me something that makes you or qualifies you to be a 6 at sometimes and a 10 at sometimes. Like just an example of something you would do. Someone will be like, yo, that's a 10 right there. That's a characteristic of a 10. Or something you've done.
Something I've done. Something I've done that made me a 10. I believe it's little things. It's little things. So I could pop a 10 in on you real quick. Like for instance, I could be on my lunch break and you could be home. You could mention to me that you're hungry. And we could be on the phone talking without even mentioning it to you. I'll be on the phone and I'll walk into the house while I'm on the phone with you and bring you some food. That's a 10.
Okay.
That's a 10.
I hear you. I feel you.
On the flip side, what can make me a 6 sometimes? A 6 or 7?
Yeah.
One word, selfishness. Now that's an ugly word, but selfishness is needed and warranted sometimes. And I'm gonna give you the proper context. If I'm in character, or if I'm studying a role, or if I'm looking to audition, my focus is there. There's a certain level of selfishness you need in order to be successful. So romance isn't at the forefront of my mind when I'm trying to handle business.
I got you. Well, selfishness, sometimes you have to have it to self-preserve. That's what my daddy always told me.
I agree.
There are different types and levels of selfishness.
Absolutely.
So, if you're not selfish on making sure you got you can't be good for nobody else or anybody else. So I totally understand. All right, give me 3 things that turn Kev on about a woman. What's 3 things that attract you to a woman?
Her spirit, how she carries herself, and her intellect.
Okay, so spirit, how she carries herself, and intellect. All right, let's go to the other side of the fence. What are 3 things that turn you off about a woman?
Oh my goodness.
Just 3. Just 3.
3?
Just 3.
3? Just 3? Okay. I don't like a smoker. I don't like a woman that's loud and argumentative, like masculine energy. I don't really like that. And I don't like a woman that's shy. It's boring.
Okay. All right. Let's say you're in a relationship, and your relationship, you got respect, trust, and honesty. And the love God says you can get rid of one of these, and your relationship would still be successful. Which one would you get rid of?
What are the 3 choices again?
Respect, honesty, and trust.
Wow. I can't just get rid of the love God?
Because if you get rid of the love God, that's it. He's taking the whole love away from you.
Well, because of my principle and who I am, respect comes before everything. So we can't get rid of that. And I have to be able to trust you. Because if I don't trust you, then I won't have any desire to be with you. So just for the lesser of all the other evils, I'm gonna have to say honesty. So I might let her get away with a white lie, or maybe I could tell a white lie. But that's the least harsh one to get rid of, in my opinion.
You'd want to notice that's what most people that I've asked that question have let go. They've let go of the honesty. I swear.
We're all probably getting lied to anyway.
Right. A lot of people say, "Hey, man, honesty. Honesty, whatever. Respect, I need. Trust, I need. Honesty,
yeah.
All right, that's cool, man. Now I gotta call this young lady out because I want you to read her comment, and then I'm gonna see what you think about her comment, and I'm gonna tell her what I think about it. Paying attention to details. I bet your 10 is given by you every day. You just may not think in your own book you are giving 10s on a regular. You respond to that, then I'm gonna respond to it.
Man, I don't know if my response will be appropriate for your show, but she might be right.
You can tone it down.
She might be right. She might be right. She might be right.
I kind of can't. The only thing that throws me off about it, I put the comment back up again, is she said, I bet your 10 is given by you every day. You just may not think. This man, how do you, it's all about the individual. So you can't judge it on the gauge of you thinking what he thinks. If he feels like giving a 10 is candles, but a 6 roses, but you think roses is a 10 and candles, it's again, he's not giving 10s on a regular. He knows what his gauge is. That's all I got to say. Because see how this is some women, how they'll take the comment, and kind of twist it. We mean what we mean. When we say what we say, we mean exactly what we say. Boom. That's all I got to say. I just like to start. She likes to start trouble with a little guy. So she knows. She's probably sitting at her house laughing now because, oh yeah, I called her out again. And anyway. He knows what he means. It's love language, it's differences, it's men and women, whatever. All right. So let's rock into this really. You walking down the street, doesn't have to be a beach because we're gonna make it in our terms. We're in New York. You're walking down the street, you see a liquor bottle. You kick the liquor bottle and a genie comes out. And the genie says to you, hey man, I'm a genie and I'm gonna give you the perfect relationship. Tell me one thing that you need that you think would make the perfect relationship. One thing. I'll give you one wish, and that will make your relationship perfect. What would you ask for?
Wow, that's a deep one. One thing.
Yeah.
Man, one thing that genie could give me, I would say, agape, like that undeniable, undying love, like eternal love.
Okay.
Like just knowing that when I leave this life, that love will still be there wherever I go. Give me that.
All right. Again, man, whatever you wish for is what it is. Let me see. I don't want to make it difficult.
You don't want to make it difficult.
Oh God. Nah. If you had a daughter, what advice would you give her in this generation about men, about dating men? Supposedly all men are supposed to be their daughter's first love about men. We're supposed to, be that image, have those characteristics of right. So
that was going to be my question before I answered. How old is my daughter? I need to know that. So
she's old enough for you to start explaining to her about men, love, men, relationships, all that kind of stuff.
I would tell. Honestly, I would, if I sat down and I really sat down and I talked to my daughter, I will let her know that what she should do is select a man that she can build a future with, that respects her on every level, respects her opinion, and respects her values, and bring him home to daddy.
So you can check him out with a shotgun. All right, Kev.
Through and through.
We're just about done with you, man. You're almost off. So let's get into this game I like to play to close out the show, man. It's going to be fun. We'll see what's happening. We're going to learn a little bit more about you. It's called Favorite Sevens. All right?
Sevens. Okay.
Here come your favorite sevens. Favorite food?
My favorite food. Just one. Okay. I love Thai food, man.
Okay. All right. Favorite all-time movie?
Favorite all-time movie. My favorite all-time movie. so many. I would have to say Raging Bull. I love
Okay.
De Niro and Raging Bull. I love it.
All right. Favorite all-time song?
Thriller, Michael Jackson.
All right. Favorite book you've ever read?
The Catcher in the Rye.
All right. Favorite vacation spot?
Oh man. Favorite vacation spot. Listen, I'm a Caribbean junkie. You put me anywhere, any beach on the Caribbean, I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Favorite all-time TV show?
The Wonder Years.
I wouldn't have thought that one. Okay. All right. Favorite time of the day in the 24-hour period to make love? Love making for you.
Anytime.
Okay. That's listen, I get that on the regular as well.
Is there a bad time?
Hey, look, whatever time it is for you, as long as it's good for you, you know, where you and your partner, it's cool. So on that note, man, you answering that question, Kevin A. Coleman, you are now off the Romantic Funny Man's love seat. You did well, sir. You passed on that level, brother.
I appreciate you, man.
So, I love you, man. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out with us and having some fun. Also want to thank all the cast members that popped up, Akila, Gina, everybody who's out there that wasn't a part of the film on my Facebook pages and your Facebook page as well. Kev, leave them with your information again in a positive message before we roll up out of here.
All right. So yeah, my handle is the same on all of these, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. It's Kevin_A_Coleman. And I mean, I'm gonna keep it really simple. When things get rough, like the movie says, I always think of these 3 words: do the right thing.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing. So yeah, man, appreciate you on that. And we look forward to seeing what you do in Web of Lies when that's able to be out there. If you want to catch Kev again, all you have to do is reach out. You can reach out to me at afterdarkwithsc@gmail.com if you'd like a copy of the DVD, the film, whatever it takes, the movie When Blood Runs Cold, so you can see exactly what we're talking about with the pool scene and all these other wonderful
else. Hey, yo, Shawn, man, listen, I just want to say before we go, man, I want to thank you again, brother, and I want to encourage you and congratulate you on all your success with the films and everything else you got going on right now. It's the people who could adapt to their environment the best that thrive. So I love to see my brothers doing their things. I appreciate you having me on your platform once again, and I look forward to great things from you again in the future.
Hey, man, I appreciate that. You know, we've had our talks, and I meant every last one of those talks with you, brother. You know, I'm always pushed to do. I'm always motivated by other people. So when you're doing your thing, and especially it's everybody, but especially when it's my culture, you know, because we have it rough. But when we're out there succeeding and just kind of doing it, like you said, this is a time for us to reinvent ourselves.
Absolutely.
This was a time for us to look within ourselves and go, this is not going to get me. You know, pray to your God, whoever you pray to, and say, this is when I need you, whatever. You know what I mean? Because these are the times where we've been able to come through this and be better, if not just better people.
Right.
You know, better people. So thank you for coming through, man. And, you know, God willing, this show continues. And when you come out with the Web of Lies and we're still doing it, you come back and all these other things and continue success to you too, brother. Continue blessings. So guys, as this is the end of it for tonight. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And as I always say in parting, please go with God in your heart. Have a peace of mind. And have a wonderful, wonderful tomorrow. And please stay safe. If you're not going to do it for yourselves, do it for me. Do it for Kev. You know, we don't want you walking past us without a mask on. You know, just be careful. Take care of yourselves. So, from Lula Mae and Cornelius' baby boy, I'm Shawn Cornelius saying good night. God bless you. I'll catch you around the corner on the next episode of After Dark with Shawn Cornelius. Peace, y'all. Take it easy.